You want an intro cutscene for your game. A level where you run around and hide behind grass isn't good enough for you, is it? Fine. Watch through to the end of this tutorial and I'll show you the basics of how to make an intro cutscene. And it all starts with cameras. So we're going to come over here to the left hand side of the screen and select the camera tool. It'll load up this little window here, and this shows you all of the cameras for the current scene that you're on. You want to look in your map folder where you'll find the default camera. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add a new camera to our scene. So on the top left, we're going to click add. We're going to name this camera cutscene_1 because ideally we want to have a couple of cameras going. We're going to hit OK and it's going to load in a new camera. Then, like with the other commands, the right click to rotate and the middle mouse to zoom around, you're going to get a starting location for your camera. I'm going to start this location over by the river. Also, you can enlarge this window in the top right hand corner. Now what I want to do is add a frame. So I'm going to click here in the bottom left hand corner where it says add frame. Then I'm going to move the camera to where I'd like it to be for the next frame. This is going to be frame 2. We're going to add another frame, rotate around. What we're going to do is we're going to go behind this tree here. We're going to add a new frame, straighten it out. We're going to add a new frame and zoom forward towards the character. And lastly, we're going to add one more frame and rotate it so it's looking at the character. If we just hit play, whoa, that was fast. That's because we've only got one frame between each of these camera positions. So what we want to do is just set this to 60 frames between each camera position. That's going to be 1 second for each frame. And let's try that again. There we go, we've got some camera movement, but that was a bit janky. So what we're going to do is go back over to the first frame by clicking on it. And over here on the right hand side, we're just going to turn spline interpolation on. You don't really need to know what spline interpolation is, it's just a bunch of maths. Then we're going to go through each frame and turn spline interpolation on. Now, if we go back to the first frame and play that again, you'll notice that our camera is way smoother than it was before. So we're done, right? Well no, first we're going to hit OK, and if we test play, you still see that it starts the character off as normal. What we're going to do next is create an event. To do that, over on the right hand side where it says objects, you want to double click on 2D casts, we'll hit support casts, and we're just going to click this guy right here, Villager A. We're going to drop him into the scene right around there. Then what we want to do is double click on him. What that's going to do is turn him into an event and hit OK. That's going to bring up this event editor. Now, there's a lot to go over in the event sheet, so I'm not going to go over everything today. I'm just going to go over what you need to know to get this cutscene working. So firstly, you've got the trigger that starts the event. You can have it when the player talks to this event, but what we're going to do is change this to automatically start only once. And then we're going to click this little plus sign here, which adds a new command. Again, there's a lot to go over that I won't go over today. We just want to click over to cameras and then hit camera playback. And you'll see here, it automatically defaults to the normal camera. What we want to do is click that and select cutscene 1 and then wait to complete. Now, when we hit test play, it's going to go through our awesome little camera animation and zoom right in on the player. Now, you're able to move around like normal, but that's not the end of our cutscene, surely. You'd be correct. After the camera playback, we're just going to hit another event, hit the conversation category, and then display a conversation. At the very top, you can display your text. We're going to write, hey, do you want to race? With a question mark. And we can display some images below like this. Under cast 1 to be displayed, we're going to double click. We're going to open up the sprites folder, 2D casts, support casts, and we're just going to select Villager B. On cast 2, we're going to select Hero Cast, Hero B. And for the window display position, we're just going to put that at the bottom. Once we hit OK, we'll test play it again.
Hey, you want to race?
Now that's good and all, but it's eerily quiet, so let's get some music going on in here. At the very top of the event, before the camera plays, what we're going to do is we're going to hit this plus button, go down over to sounds, play BGM, and here we're going to be able to select a BGM. So we'll click this drop down menu, and we're just going to play Field Fast. Now we're going to continue this conversation right here. We'll click on the plus, go display conversation, and load up those two casts again. Or you could simply and paste it. This time, instead of making cast 1 talk, we'll make cast 2 talk. And instead of wanna race, cast 2 will say, yeah, why not? Let's see what this looks like now. Hey, you wanna race? Yeah, why not? Now let's give him a bit more to do. We'll copy and paste this again, and he's just gonna say, I get a head start. After that, we're gonna click on this plus, go down to events, and make this event walk. Now we're gonna get him to walk down 1 step. We'll add another walk event. Then we're gonna make him walk left 5 steps. We'll copy and paste the conversation again, this time without his cast, and just her. She's gonna say, hey, no fair. Let's see that play out. Hey, you wanna race? Yeah, why not? I get a head start. Hey, no fair. But starting a game like that with scuffed camera angles, nah-uh. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create a few more camera angles, which I think will add a bit more depth to your cutscene. Going back over to the camera tool, going to create a new camera. We'll call it cutscene_2. We'll start it at this frame, add a new frame. And end it there after, let's say, 300 frames. Turn spline interpolation on and see what that looks like. That's a nice camera angle. We're gonna add another one, cutscene_3. Start the camera here. So we're going to add a frame and finish it there after 300 frames. Let's play that one. That looks good as well. We're gonna add another camera. Oh no.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Same diff, add frame. Finding the new camera position, we'll do that after 600 frames. We'll add one more camera. Add a frame. Rotate it a teeny bit. We'll do that after 200 frames. And now we're done with cameras. So you can hit OK. Now we're gonna add these camera scenes to this cutscene. So what we're gonna do, after camera playback 1's done, we're going to add a new camera playback, and we're going to do cutscene 2. And we're not going to tick wait for completion, because we're not waiting for it to complete, we just want it to play. I'll show you what that looks like. Hey, you wanna race? I think you're picking up what I'm putting down here. I'm just gonna go through and add the rest of the camera playbacks. So after this text box, we're gonna add a camera playback of cutscene 3. After this text box, we're gonna add a camera playback of cutscene 4. And after this text box, we're gonna add a camera playback of cutscene 5. Now, we have to finish this event off, but just before I do, if you are really liking these RPG Developer Bakin videos and you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you do subscribe. And if you're not ready for that level of commitment yet, then at least hit the like button. At least. At the very least. Anyway, we're gonna end this event. So to do that, up here in sheet condition, we're just going to add a sheet condition, and it's going to be an event switch. We're going to create a new variable, CS_controller_1. And what that stands for is cutscene controller 1. And this event's only gonna play if cutscene controller 1 is off. So now at the very end of this event, what we're going to do, we're gonna click on switches, event switch on or off. We're going to select the switch, which is cutscene controller 1. We're going to turn this on. One thing we need to do after we turn this event off is add a screen effect. And we're going to darken the screen. What we're then going to do is change the camera playback back to the normal camera. Then we're going to simply go back to screen effects and brighten the screen. Now, this is your intro cutscene. Let's see how it looks in game.
Hey, you want a race?
Yeah, why not?
I get a head start.
Hey, no fair! And that is how you create an intro cutscene for your RPG Developer Bakin game. If you're loving these tutorials, then don't forget to subscribe because I will be creating more. I will see you in the next video.